Wonder what happened to my pipe in here. Stuck again. Yay. I needed a break, but this is just a complete mess. We'll put a new tooth on this. Welcome back to the channel, folks. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is my old Case excavator, and we'll be using this heap of old equipment right here to repair my tractor road. I would like to get a few more loads in and not get stuck this time. Would be kind of nice. We're going to be laying some pipe as well. Well, let's get on with it. If you didn't see my previous video, I recommend that you go check it out, where we started this project and then we got stuck a couple of times. It was not a very efficient day, but I think it made for a fun video. And this video is basically kind of a part 2, I guess. The more I dump here, the more difficult it's going to be to get in here with the excavator. Ideally, I would get the excavator past this, so I could stand on this side and drag it towards me. I'll just have to grade this so that I can track over it with the excavator. I think I'll bring one more load. Plan is now to do one more load, and then when I get back, I think I'll start repairing that area closest to here. Put that pipe in and repair that area. This is the area we'll be repairing next. We'll drain this little pond area here with that pipe across the road and into the ditch on the other side. These are quite big rocks. I might need to buy some finer material for the top layer. I could also, instead of buying the top layer, I could just layer it with branches, layer it with spruce. That also works. It's not as permanent, because, you know, it'll rot away, but it's free. serious talk for a minute here. I just wanted to remind you, if you've enjoyed the video so far and you feel like I've earned it, please hit that like button. It really helps me out. Thank you. I need to charge my camera, but when we come back, we'll put a new tooth on this. That was a, what do you call them? Like a gecko looking thing. Anyway, when this has drained a bit, I'll try to dig underneath to keep it, you know, a bit above the ground so that any sediment will collect underneath it. I'm gonna go home, charge my phone, get some food, and then I'll be back out here. But for you guys, obviously, it'll just be like that. So what you do is just, you punch it out. There it goes. Well, I have a brand new one here, as you can see. This has a little tab right there that goes into this groove, and then you punch this in between, kind of like that. That's all what's holding this onto the adapter so that it can't fall out. So it goes on like that. I think it goes in that way. When I initially mounted these and I put one in the wrong way, and so it became kind of loose, I just shoved it in there and I put a couple of tack welds on it. That was not a good idea because it didn't hold up at all. Those welds broke instantly. But now there's a few tacks in there, so I can't get this down through the top, but I have to go in from the bottom. I'll just kind of get it started. And that's it. You can see the top of it right there. So there you have it. A couple of old teeth and one brand new one, but that's fine. think we'll track in with the excavator now. Might have to pull out a few of those bigger rocks. I would like to have it just a tiny bit wider. I wonder what happened to my pipe in here. I'm gonna have to remove that rock. I don't have any lights. It's getting dark and I was going to finish this area today, but that didn't happen. I do have lights and stuff on the excavator, so I could stay in here and finish it up. It's just the camera doesn't, even with the lights from the excavator, it's not great. That's it for today. We'll continue tomorrow. It's the next morning. We'll be continuing that road repair. Everything is very wet this morning. Even though it hasn't rained, you get that morning dew, I think it's called. You get that condensation type of thing.
But what about the fog on the windows?
It's not fog, Johnny. It too is called condensation.
Condensation.
Should have brought a towel. My ass is gonna get wet now. Tractor can stay right there for now. We're gonna have to spread out these rocks first. Starts right up. First try. Never any problems. Winter, summer, doesn't matter. Just always starts.
Growing up, I was a weird kid. See, no matter what I ever did, all the normal guys would never quit poking fun at me. Mama tried to make me regular. She said the Lord above was testing her as I grew more and more peculiar, unashamedly. When people say that I'm a strange duck, I tell them maybe so, but so what? Sure, I'm a little different from you, but I don't really see the issue. So don't go frittering away your sympathy. There ain't nothing wrong with me. I consider it good luck that I was born a strange duck.
Okay, that went all right. This is kind of like a swamp area. These rocks and stuff, they're just disappearing. Ideally, I would have put felt down here. That felt stuff is quite expensive. I mainly use this road during winter, so it doesn't have to be, you know, impeccable, but it would be nice to be able to drive here all year. It has to be decent, so I'll just make the best of it. I'll try to put a layer down here. If it doesn't work out, I'm gonna have to buy some felt to put down and then grade some finer material on top. This at least will give us something to put the felt on, I guess. At least I have the excavator here now. So if we do get stuck, then it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So I'm just gonna back the massey as far as I can, basically, and see what happens. walking back to get the excavator. So these types of roads that I'm on right now and the one we're repairing, in Norway we call them tractor roads. In the States I think you would call them access roads, access trails. I think the more formal name for it in Norway is directly translated. It would be operational road or operation road or something. We call them tractor roads. Some people would also call them access roads, I guess. I call them tractor roads. Don't know why. I told you if this fix doesn't work out, I'm gonna have to put a felt down and some top layer rocks. Another thing that you can do, if you don't want to spend the money for felt and stuff, you could just cover the trail with branches. Branches from spruce are perfect for that. Pine is too jagged. They don't lay real nice. Spruce is the best. Spruce or fir, both the same. God f***ing daddy. Jesus Christ. Took me about half an hour to load this up. Getting some of that finer stuff is very tedious. There's a lot of huge rocks in between and stuff. I have to move them around and I'm not getting full buckets. Well, there's big rocks underneath, so it takes a while. Stuck again. Yay. I needed a break. I'm sweating, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. I'll probably end up just pulling it out with the blue one and taking with me a bucket of gravel to fill in those holes that I spun up. I'm gonna eat now. The plan is to find some finer material, dump it in the bucket, and then drive the tractor in to the massey, pull the massey up with the blue one, and then I'll use that finer stuff to fill in those holes that I made with the tractor. Hopefully then I don't have to track in with the excavator again. But I gotta be a bit careful. This is a snow bucket. It's quite flimsy, to be honest. So I'm not gonna fill it all the way, of course. I think that's good right there. We got a few bigger ones, but I'm gonna raise the bed and see if we can dump the rest of that. That went smoothly. And so now we need to remove the massey so we can come in with the blue one and repair some of this. Could have been better, but there's a million yellow jackets here. Jeez. Apparently this is a breeding ground for yellow jackets. I don't know. It's weird. The reason that I'm putting most of the load over to this side towards the axle is firstly so that it's less strain on the cylinder, and secondly less strain on the hinges. If the trailer isn't completely level when you're raising the bed, all the weight that's in the top will kind of translate to those hinges and put way more load on those hinges than if you have the load further back. That's my theory. I would like to get a little bit further, but I'm not going to risk it. The road continues into the woods that way, but this is just a complete mess. And again, just branch it up if it's a problem, if it's, you know, a mild winter, but you could do that. It's just a summertime. You know, it would be nice if I could use the blue tractor with the timber trailer and drive in here. The timber trailer floats a lot better than the rock trailer. It's also lighter and it has four-wheel drive. The road standard required for the blue tractor with the timber trailer is lower than the massey with the dump trailer, because the dump trailer doesn't float at all. And the massey, it has four-wheel drive, but the four-wheel drive on the massey isn't as good as on the newer tractors. I mean, it's much better than two-wheel drive. It's nice to have some decent roads that you don't have to worry about. I'm not trying to make it to where I can drive my pickup in here, but it's not that crucial to have such a road standard all the way to the end. It's just nice to be able to drive in here off-season as well. Sorry about the sound for this, but I don't have my microphone with me. So I started to dig out this ditch a bit, clean it up, put my bucket in, and it just shoop, disappeared. So it's quite deep here actually, and all of this is just swamp. I did the same thing on this side, and here too, the bucket just disappeared. There's bedrock right here. Don't know how deep it is. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be incredibly deep, but it's deep enough to where all of these rocks and stuff, eventually they'll just disappear. The felt that's under here, because there is felt. Right here is some old felt. But that's probably, I don't know if it's broken here or what's going on with that. But yeah, I think this felt might be, I mean, it's probably punctured in various places. I cut myself on grass. This stuff will cut you like a paper cut. There's been moose here quite recently actually. Look at that. Seems like just one. So this is the area I need to repair so that I can repair the other area where that pipe goes under the road, where it's all muddy and stuff. I think that's it for this video and this project actually, because I'm gonna have to think about what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to check some prices on felt and gravel and stuff to put on here. I might postpone this and repair it next year, because I can drive on this during winter time. So it's not terribly important, but I will have to do something so that I can drive some equipment in here off season as well. I respond to all my comments, so if you have any questions or would like to tell me something, please leave your comment below. There's going to be a card around here somewhere. You can click that to watch the previous video about this project. And there's probably a great video right there. You should click that and watch it. I think it's pretty good. Until next time. Bye.
Growing up, I was a weird kid. See, no matter what I ever did, all the normal guys would never quit poking fun at me. Mama tried to make me regular. She said the Lord above was testing her as I grew more and more peculiar, unashamedly. When people say that I'm a strange duck, I tell them maybe so, but so what? Sure, I'm a little different from you, but I don't really see the issue. So don't go frittering away your sympathy. There ain't nothing wrong with me. I consider it good luck that I was born a strange duck. When someone tries to make a wise crack, well, they don't matter, I don't give a quack. Rolls on me like water off a duck's back. What you think about that? When people say that I'm a strange duck, I tell them maybe so, but so what? Sure, I'm a little different from you, but I don't really see the issue. So don't go frittering away your sympathy.